So, here's the twist nobody thought they'd ever hear. Beyonce, the woman the world calls flawless, the woman who built an empire out of strength, silence, and survival, may have just had her world cracked open in the ugliest way. And this time, it didn't come from a tabloid, or some faceless gossip account online. No, this bomb came from someone in the inner circle, someone who knows exactly where the skeletons are buried. La Anthony. And according to whispers, La didn't just talk. She may have confirmed the one rumor Beyonce has been running from her entire career, that her best friend, her sister in music, her day one, Kelly Rowland, was secretly involved with Jay-Z. It sounds too wild to be true, but when you connect the dots, when you trace the cracks in Beyonce's carefully built image, it suddenly doesn't feel like a rumor anymore. It feels like betrayal. The kind that cuts deeper than any cheating scandal before. But before we get into the ugly details of LA's truth bomb, we need to rewind, because this story didn't start today. This story started decades ago, when Beyonce and Kelly were still little girls dreaming of music, before fame, before money, before Jay-Z ever stepped into the picture. That's where the seed of this betrayal was planted. Beyonce Giselle Knowles grew up in Houston, Texas, with music stitched into her DNA. She wasn't just a girl with a dream, she was a girl with a family determined to make that dream happen, no matter the cost. Her father, Matthew Knowles, managed her with an iron fist. Her mother, Tina, designed every look. Everything about Beyonce's early career was intentional, strategic, and centered on one goal: to make her the star. And that's exactly what happened. But Beyonce wasn't alone on that journey. Beside her, like a shadow and a sister rolled into one, was Kelly Rowland. Kelly wasn't just a bandmate in Destiny's Child, she was family. When Kelly's own home life became unstable, she moved in with the Knowles family. She ate their meals, slept under their roof, and grew up as Beyonce's sister in every way that mattered. On stage, they were unstoppable. Off stage, they were inseparable. At least, that's how it looked from the outside. Because behind the glitz, behind the coordinated outfits and hit singles, the dynamic was far from equal. Destiny's Child was never designed to be a group of equals. It was Beyonce and the rest. She was the voice. She was the face. She was the future. Kelly, as talented as she was, learned to live in the shadow. She once admitted in interviews that she knew she wasn't the favorite voice, that she wasn't the star. And she smiled through it. But if you looked closely, you could see it. The hurt. The longing. The quiet resentment. Still, Beyonce and Kelly maintained their sisterhood. Years of rehearsals, tours, and hotel rooms had bonded them. They weren't just colleagues, they were chosen family. So when Beyonce fell in love with Jay-Z, Kelly was right there, cheering her on. At least, that's what everyone believed. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. Because what nobody knew was that the same man Beyonce was building her empire with might have been building secret moments with Kelly behind her back. For years, Jay-Z's name has been dragged through every corner of cheating rumors. Becky with the good hair. Elevator fights with Solange. Side chicks, whispers, and scandals that Beyonce turned into art on Lemonade. The world already knew Jay-Z wasn't the picture of loyalty. But what nobody expected was that one of his alleged betrayals wasn't some random woman, it was Kelly Rowland. And this is where La Anthony comes in. La has always been close to Beyonce and Kelly. She's been part of the inner circle, attending parties, vacations, and industry events with them. But according to whispers online, La allegedly let it slip that Beyonce's biggest nightmare wasn't just another woman, it was her own best friend. The claim? That Jay-Z and Kelly weren't just friendly. They had a history. One that went way beyond music. One that crossed the line. And here's the kicker: fans say the timeline lines up almost too well. Back in 2013, Kelly released her song Dirty Laundry. At the time, it was praised for its raw honesty. She sang about being overshadowed, about living in the shadow of a sister, about betrayal, abuse, and secrets that nearly broke her. She never named names, but now? With LA's alleged comments, fans are listening again and they swear it all points to Jay-Z. Then there's the infamous Solange elevator incident in 2014. For years, people believed Solange was furious about Jay-Z's constant cheating. But what if it wasn't just cheating? What if Solange had just found out he crossed the ultimate line cheating with Kelly? Suddenly, her rage makes a lot more sense. And it doesn't stop there. Fans have gone into detective mode, comparing photos of Kelly's son Titan, born in 2014, to Jay-Z. Side-by-side comparisons have flooded social media. Some people swear the resemblance is uncanny, even stronger than the resemblance to Kelly's husband, Tim Weatherspoon. It's all speculation, but the internet loves to connect dots. Meanwhile, Beyonce and Kelly's relationship has never been the same. Sure, they smile for the cameras. They show up at award shows and hug on stage. But insiders say the closeness is gone. The warmth is missing. It feels more like business than sisterhood now. And that brings us back to La La. Allegedly, LaLa's comments weren't meant for the public. They slipped out in private conversations where walls were down and secrets spilled. But once whispers of her words spread, it was too late. The rumor was out. The betrayal was named. And Beyonce, the woman who has always kept her private life locked down like a fortress, was left exposed in the most painful way. Because if the rumors are true, this isn't just cheating. This is betrayal from both sides: her husband and her best friend. Her empire wasn't attacked by strangers. It was shaken from within. And the worst part? Beyonce can't defend herself. She can't come out and confirm or deny it without destroying everything she's worked for. So she does what she's always done: stay silent, stay polished, and let the world talk while she holds her pain behind the scenes. But silence doesn't erase the truth. For Beyonce, this alleged betrayal cuts in a way no other could. Because Kelly wasn't just another woman. She was family. She was the girl who slept beside her in shared hotel rooms, who laughed with her through rehearsals, who cried with her when the world felt too heavy. Imagine building your life around a friendship, believing you had a sister for life, only to discover she may have been sharing moments with the man you married. That isn't just infidelity, it's devastation. And it explains so much. Why Beyonce and Kelly rarely collaborate anymore. Why their interactions seem colder, more staged. Why fans say their bond feels broken. For Jay-Z, the damage is just as heavy. If true, this isn't just another cheating scandal. It's the ultimate betrayal of trust, not just to his wife, but to the family that embraced him. And for Kelly, the rumors have left a stain she can't shake. No matter how many times she smiles in interviews, no matter how many times she calls Beyonce her sister, the whispers follow her. Fans replay her music with new ears, dissect her lyrics, and question her every move. The damage isn't just personal, it's generational. The children, the families, the friendships, all touched by one secret that may have been hiding in plain sight. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about Beyonce, Jay-Z, or Kelly Rowland. It's about what happens when trust is shattered in the deepest way. Fame, money, and power can't protect you from betrayal, not when it comes from the people closest to you. LaLa's alleged truth bomb may have ripped open a wound Beyonce has spent years trying to cover. And whether the rumors are fact or fiction, the damage is already done. Fans are questioning. The internet is speculating. And the sisterhood that once looked unbreakable now seems like a fragile performance, one smile away from cracking. If Beyonce can survive this storm, it won't be because she's untouchable. It will be because, like every other time life tried to break her, she'll turn her pain into art, her silence into power, and her scars into legacy. But one thing is certain: if the betrayal is real, the woman who once sang about Becky with the good hair may have discovered that the real Becky was standing right beside her all along. And that's a truth no empire can ever fully erase. At the end of it all, this isn't just another Hollywood rumor. It's not another tabloid headline that fades away in a week. If what La revealed has even a grain of truth, then Beyonce's world has been broken in a way money, power, and fame can't fix. Because betrayal from strangers hurts, but betrayal from the people you love most is a wound that never really heals. Think about it. Beyonce and Kelly weren't just friends. They were family. They shared childhood bedrooms, long rehearsals, sleepless nights, and big dreams. Kelly wasn't supposed to be another woman. She was supposed to be a sister. And Jay-Z wasn't supposed to be another headline. He was supposed to be the partner Beyonce built her empire with. If both of them crossed that line, then what's left? Where do you turn when the people you trusted with your heart are the ones who shatter it? And maybe that's why Beyonce has stayed silent. Because what could she say? To admit it would destroy everything: the brand, the image, the family they've worked so hard to protect. So instead, she does what she's always done. She buries the pain, polishes the surface, and turns her heartbreak into art the world sings along to. But silence doesn't erase scars. It just hides them. And the truth always finds its way back to the surface. So the question now is simple: will Beyonce's empire survive this latest storm? Or is this the crack that finally brings it all down? Because sometimes, the strongest walls don't fall from outside attacks. They crumble from the secrets within. And if that's the case, then Beyonce's biggest enemy may not have been the world. It may have been the people standing right beside her.